guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Letitia and this is That's So Letitia. And to all of my new viewers, supporters, subscribers, welcome guys, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy the content. And to all of my returning viewers, supporters, and subscribers, welcome back guys. As always, it is a pleasure to see you. Without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So, for today's video, we are going to do a makeup declutter. I normally do one every end of the year, every December, but I typically do it off camera. However, this year, I feel the need to be held accountable. I need to be held accountable for my crimes against healthy makeup practices. Let me preface, this is going to be one of those we listen and we do not judge videos. Because when it comes to makeup, I tend to get very sentimental. I tend to be a hoarder, I tend to be very sentimental, and I tend to find excuses to hold on to makeup that I know damn good and well I should have thrown away. Doesn't always mean that I'm using it. For the most part, I do not. Like, let's just put that out there. I do not. But because it holds sentimental value to me, I will store it. And as a result of that, my recording space is like so jam-packed. It's just ridiculous. And it's a lot of makeup and things that I can't even use because they are well beyond their expiration date. It's not even a matter of I'm gonna wipe this down with a little alcohol. Like, girl, you need bleach, turpentine, ammonia, Lysol. I'm talking like, you guys are gonna see. Like I said, this is a we listen, we do not judge space, okay? We look. Y'all just gotta hold me down because some of this stuff I don't want to let go of, but it has to go. And if I'm doing girl math correctly, what I let go is giving me space, opportunity, and excuses to go and buy more. But this time it's gonna be new, right? And I can actually use it and not just pull it out and look at it and reminisce as to why I had it, when I bought it, and when I enjoyed using it. So let's just go. We take a sip of my coffee and we just gonna get into it. So for eyeshadow, when I first really wanted to get into like content creating and doing makeup tutorials and things of that nature, it was because I saw all the girls on Instagram doing it, and as a result, they're getting these huge PR packages. Like back in the day, these brands were so generous with the amount of PR that they were sending that I'm like, I want some free makeup. I want to be, you know, noticed. So I go out to Ulta and I buy every single pan eyeshadow pot that NYX sold. The only issue was back then the quality was not that good for those of us with melanated skin, even if you used a primer. So I'm doing little videos and I'm trying to mimic all the girls on Instagram, but I'm like, why is my makeup not giving? Like the shades are all chalky. Like all of the pastels look past stale. So I'm out here with stale ass eyeshadow looks until I'm on Instagram and I just so happened to come across this brand and they were using their eyeshadow on Black women. And it was so vibrant and so beautiful to the point where I was like, okay, I don't believe that that's real. So I bought my own just so I could see. This is the first eyeshadow palette that I bought that actually made sense. This is the Zulu by Juvia's. This is the 9 shade palette. I loved this palette. I purchased this one in like 2017 and I've loved it every day since. Every day. I still reference this one when it comes to people talking about, you know, black beauty brands and the vibrancy and the pigment and the products, I always reference that palette. But now she gotta go. And moving on to another Juvia's Place palette. This is the Saharan Volume 2 palette by Juvia. Also 9-pan palette. I got this one in like 2018, 2019, and I fell in love with it because I really liked the cranberry shade here. But yep, this one has to go. Then we have this one, Makeup Revolution Patricia Bright Rich in Life collab palette. This palette here, baby, when I tell you, this palette here, I fell head over heels in love with. I love the fact that it had so many shades of brown that actually was not disrespectful up against my skin tone. I'm throwing this one away. Obviously, I'm throwing everything I'm showing here away, but I'm throwing this one away because it's old as hell. Like, I don't want to risk getting an eye infection or a sty or bumpy face because of my love of a product that I can't let it go. But I do need to look this one up to see if by some random chance, Makeup Revolution still has this. This is a great palette, y'all. This is a great palette. I would even go so far as to say Morphe brought out a palette from a creator who shall not be named. This was a bomb alternate to that palette. Just saying. Okay, so this is where it gets sentimental. This is where I need y'all to hold my hand. I bought this palette during the height of the pandemic. I think we can say that now. We should be able to say it now. We survived it. 2020, this was during the height of the unfortunate George Floyd situation. This was during the height of the Black Lives Matter movement. This was when we were in the streets protesting, when we were unified. Like, the movement was beautiful. The reason behind it was a tragedy, but it brought something out of us collectively. And this palette, for me at that particular time, it just really symbolized the growth that I was witnessing amongst my community, and also the growth and the confidence that I was beginning to have within myself, not only just about my makeup and my channel, but just in life in general, right? This is the Savage Black Magic palette by Uma Beauty. This is what this palette looks like. I featured it on my channel a few times. Back then, it was all about Black beauty brands. And, you know, there was a movement like, we're only using Black beauty brands. And it was beautiful. Not to say that there's anything wrong with other beauty brands, but at that point, we were like, we got to stick up for each other. If nobody else will do it, we have to do it. And it was such a beautiful movement for that reason. Like, we were only featuring Black beauty brands. Black beauty brands were only featuring us. It was like, hey, I'm gonna put y'all at the forefront of our message, of our mission, you know, of our content, and vice versa. It was a really, really interesting time. But yeah, I have to say goodbye to that palette. So, these palettes were the first that I ever purchased from Pat McGrath. This is the Eye Ecstasy Subverse, Eye Ecstasy Sublime palette. I bought these in 2020, and I moved to Vegas, saw Pat McGrath just blowing up all over the place, right? Just everywhere on Instagram, everywhere on YouTube, just everywhere on Twitter. And I'm like, okay, I need to get in on that because the quality of her makeup was sick, right? So I go to every Sephora, standalone Sephora, Sephora at Kohl's, Hill, so just all the Sephoras, right? Nobody had Pat McGrath in stock. I'm like, damn, I'm not late to the party, huh? I found one Sephora, and these were all they had in stock. I was like, give them here. Give them here. And this one out of the two was my absolute favorite, just because the colors were so fun and silky and vibrant. But now, baby, I wouldn't put this on my doll. I'm sorry. It looks a little fuzzy. No thank you. No thank you. But if Pat McGrath ever decided to do these little fun size, sample size palettes, I'm all over them, all over again. These were $25. I love these little palettes. Moving on to foundations. When I tell you this one foundation I'm about to show y'all is so old. Hold on, you see? Babe, old. Old. Why do I still have it? I don't know. Look, don't ask me, okay? Because if I knew, we probably wouldn't be here. But yes, it's old as hell. This was, because I don't know what it looks like on the inside. I have not seen this. I have not seen this foundation in years. This is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation, Broad Spectrum SPF 50. Okay. She don't look too bad. She don't look like what she been through, which was probably nothing because I probably never ever wore it. Like, that's the thing about doing content, is when something is hot and you got to jump on it, you know, to kind of get that content, you'll use it and then just leave it be. Like, you'll never use it again. You'll use it once or twice and then it's just put on the shelf and you never see it again until you do videos like this. Okay, moving on. This is the Gucci, I couldn't pronounce it then, and the devil is a lie if I'm going to try to pronounce it now. This is Liquid Gucci foundation, okay? This foundation I purchased, oh my, it had to be around 2020, 2021-ish, around that time. And this was a really, really good foundation. I really enjoyed using it. I used quite a bit. I'm not sure why it looks like I haven't, but yeah, this was a very much so loved foundation. And continuing on with foundations, Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. This one here, she's been used quite a bit. This was in Spiced Rum. So the gag is, this is not my actual foundation shade, but I used to use it along the outer perimeter of my face, especially in the summertime when I wanted to look a little bit more bronzed. This is what I would use for the outer perimeter, and it used to hit every time. Yeah, garbage. And then this is my actual shade. This is also Born This Way Too Faced foundation. This is in shade Chai. This one has been used a lot. It actually, you could see like through it, but when I picked it up, a little bit of liquid that was in it kind of moved around, but yeah, garbage. Born This Way Healthy Glow 30 SPF Moisturizing Skin Tint. This one separated, it looks a little gross. I really wanted to really like this one, but I don't know. Used it a few times and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I could do without. And obviously I did, because I didn't use it again and there's not that much gone. Makeup Forever Reboot. Do y'all see this? Why is it moving like that? It looks like oil and water. That is so nasty. That is nasty. And mind you, this was a good foundation. I really like this one. I'm just not sure. Oh, I should not have done that, because the separation separated and it looks disgusting. Yeah, no, that's going in the garbage. Good old Becca. Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I bought this from Ulta 2022-ish. Right before they were like, yeah, no, Becca's no more. I purchased this. This was a really cool foundation. Wasn't necessarily my favorite, but it was cool for what it was worth. Huda Beauty. This is the Faux Filter High Coverage Foundation. My shade is Mocha 500G. I got this back in, this had to be like 2022-ish. And I loved it. I mean, I got my money's worth out of this. I really, really did. It's practically gone. And one of the reasons, yeah, garbage. And also the coverage. The coverage on that foundation is criminal. It is that good. The coverage on there, baby, gives your skin an alibi to say that you were at home in the bed, tucked and ready for church when you knew you were out at the club shaking your ass in VIP. The coverage on there, amazing. Fenty Beauty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint. Let's talk about it. I really wanted to like this. I will say the stick, the foundation stick that Fenty Beauty brought out, and this one was just not my favorite. Like, I really, really wanted to like both the stick that I have since taken back to Sephora, and I really wanted to like this one, but both of these formulas just kind of made my skin look dry and like uneven, and I just couldn't. And now moving on to powders. Now these powders, there's nothing wrong with them. It's not like, oh my goodness, they're gross, they didn't work for me. I just had them for years, and now it's just time for me to say goodbye. So the biggest of them all, Anastasia Beverly Hills Setting Powder. This one was my absolute favorite. If you were a girl that loved to bake, this was for you. The wide opening, the fact that there was so much product. I mean, this was everything. And I mean, she was loved. I used her all the time. I had this one for way too long. When I mean way too long, I'm talking like 2018. And I couldn't get rid of it. It's going today. And then my favorite shade was Deep Peach in this one. Really good. Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. This one had all the girls ranting and raving. I had to go out, I had to get me a translucent powder. I will say Laura Mercier is that very sophisticated, refined, very rich energy auntie makeup brand for me that is not so far removed that it's unattainable and that the products are intimidating, but she just kind of sits on the shelf and she waits for you. She don't come to you, you go to her when you're ready. And this one, I mean, I used it, it was what it was. The translucent shade didn't really do much for me. Trash. Bare Minerals Matte Foundation, Broad Spectrum SPF 15, Warm Dark 26. I bought this in 2000, I want to say it had to be like 2021. And I got this for a video that I did. It was great for what it was, for, but I never used it again. I really didn't have a need to. Like, it wasn't my jam. I got it specifically for a video I was doing, and that was it. So it's going in the garbage. Juvia's Place Loose Highlighter. It's clumpy, it's cakey, and it just has to go. I got this in one of their monthly, I don't even know if they still do them, but I got that in like a monthly little mystery box or whatever. It was cute, but I'm not that big into highlight like that, especially loose. So yeah, nope, in the trash it goes. And then we have Beauty Bakery Flour Setting Powder. This is in shade Almond. Not anything left. I don't even know why I have it. There's literally nothing in there. Enjoyed using it, but I will say from time to time it would kind of make me look washed out, especially on camera. So then I started gravitating towards another brand that I love. Love, 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 love. So yeah, that one is going in the garbage. Two more eyeshadows. So these are the About Face eye paints. Brand that came out a few years ago, super popular then. I don't hear anything about this brand anymore. Yeah, I was really like hanging on for dear life for this brand. I thought the containers were cute. I thought the concept was cute. But the eye paints, like, I don't know, it left something to be desired. So yeah, garbage. And I have a few blushes that I have. This is by L'Oreal. This is the Unfallable 24-Hour Blush. And yeah, looks a little fluffy. But yep, I don't even recall when I got this one. I didn't even know it was a mirror on the back. Shows how much I used it and how long I had it. So it's garbage. This one here. This is the Fenty Beauty Cream Blush. I got this one when they first brought out the cream blushes. I didn't get this during like a relaunch or new colors added. This one is from like 2021. This was the Strawberry Drip. Garbage it goes. Ironically, I didn't really use this one like I should have. It was a good blush, it was fun, it was cute. I didn't really use it like I should have because at the time I was not vibing with liquid type blushes or cream blushes or wet blushes. Everything had to be powdered, everything had to be matte. And now the gag is there are more cream, liquid, wet blushes than there are powder and matte. So the joke's on me. And this particular makeup product, this one I will say was one of the first that got me a lot of views to my channel. A lot of great feedback. a lot of views that did not include my family members watch my video at least 5 to 10 times each to get me views. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tropical Getaway Face Palette. It featured a bronzer, a highlight, and a blush. I got this, I want to say like 2021-ish, somewhere around there. And the thing was, they brought out several of these. I believe it was like 3. It was for a fair complected, you know, complexion, a medium complected person, and then dark. This was supposed to represent dark, and a lot of people was not feeling it. And for a lot of people that wasn't really feeling it because they felt like the dark wasn't dark enough or deep enough for melanated complected people, since I was one of the few that actually featured that on my channel at the time, that video did so well as a result of that. And then also, again, for me, it was a good product. I felt like it worked okay, but I could understand where, you know, everybody else was coming from, because the bronzer, now that I know better, if I were to put that one up against one of the bronzers that I use now that I know what bronzers do, I probably would have left that where it was as well. So we have, let's see. I feel like I told y'all I threw this away and I didn't. Oh, shucks. This, I'm not even gonna open it. I'm not even gonna open it. Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Complexion Powder. When I say I'm not gonna open it, because, but look, beloveds, just look. Do y'all see? Yeah. It is crumbly. Like, this is screaming, let me go. Let me go. I've had this since 2020, since March of 2020. And then I purchased this Juvia's Place. This is like the powder pressed foundation. I tried to get this as a replacement. There is no replacement. This was cute for what it was worth, but I've had this now for like 2 years. In the garbage it goes. Shame on me to think that I could buy that to replace my Too Faced. I really showed a Too Faced at that point, because how? Like, anywho. Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Foundation Concealer. When I tell you, this was my jam. This was my jam. This was my marmalade. This was all of the things to me. I bought it for the concealer aspect, and yeah, this was one of those things I was trying to figure out, like, how are they going to market this as a foundation and concealer or concealer? I just thought that was really weird, but nevertheless, I love this because it had caffeine in it. It has since been discontinued for a very long time. Had this well beyond its shelf life. Should have been in the garbage years ago, but it wasn't. It's going in the garbage now. And the last product I'm gonna show you guys, I'm not throwing this away. I'm holding on because I'm holding out for hope. They have to bring this back. Benefit Cosmetics. If you, by some strange stretch of the imagination, watch this video, come to the front of the class. Because I need to talk to whoever thought it was okay, whoever thought it was genius, whoever thought that it was okay to get rid of this product. This was like a 3-in-1. This product was legendary for brows. Only thing that was missing was a spoolie. That's all y'all had to put on the end was a spoolie. And we were set. We didn't need nothing else ever, ever. There hasn't been a product more innovative since. And I'm upset with y'all, personally. This is the Benefit Brow Contour Pen. This is what this was. This had a definer, deeper shade for you to fill in the end portion of your brow, lighter shade to fill in the beginning portion of your brow. Girl, when I tell y'all, yep, deeper shade, definer, highlighter, so that you could carve underneath your eyebrow. This had everything that we needed. You couldn't tell me nothing. Remember the old school pens from like school where you had the multiple colors and whatnot? That's what this was given. Yeah. And they discontinued it. And I'm still waiting on the explanation as to why. Like, why? Why? Benefit Cosmetics. Y'all mother never told y'all if it's not broke, don't fix it. There was nothing broke about this. Y'all broke it. Because now we have to have multiple products to do what it was that this one pen did. So for that reason, although this is old as hell, it's dried out, the deeper shade is gone, the highlight is low light, I am not throwing this out. I'm holding out hope. I'm probably the last person in the world that owned one of these. I will not let this go. So there you have it. Guys, I have many more things to go through. I probably will do another video at some point. This video was fun. Teared up just a little bit, especially at that Uma Beauty palette. That palette to me is still for so much more than just doing an eyeshadow look. But yeah, so let me know if you guys want to see another one of these. I actually enjoyed doing this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please feel free to like, share, comment, do all of the things. You all be well, stay safe, exercise self-care. It is not a privilege, but a necessity. Make sure to check in on your strong friends after you check in with yourself. And until next time, we shall chat again soon.